forget to check out my Patreon where you can get exclusive access to all my picks and all my trades before they hit the market and before they hit YouTube. So as you guys can see here, we've got some kind of interesting Bitcoin slash Dogecoin bullish information. So basically, I'm going to go on this tweet. This isn't where I found the information from, but you know, I kind of like Crypto anyways. He's a pretty cool channel. Didn't mean to put that up. But anyways, okay, it says famous Bitcoin hater Warren Buffett invests 500 million into digital bank, which offers a Bitcoin ETF. Now, if you don't know what an ETF is basically something which tracks the price of, I guess you could say, multiple values of things and then just like kind of puts it in one thing. And that's why people are so hell-bent on investing in passive income index ETFs, because they just can't seem to lose in the current market. So a Bitcoin ETF, as you guys can see, is it's a new invention, because of course Bitcoin, as we know, is a new invention. And yeah, this is kind of very somewhat bullish, but I'm going to explain to you both sides of this on why it's bullish for crypto, and of course crypto including Dogecoin, but also not as big as you may possibly think. But let's dive into this. Okay, so it says it says right here, Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway invests 500 million into Brazilian challenger Nubank. It says Brazilian digital bank Nubank has announced today that it has received a $500 million investment from its Warren Buffett's investment fund, Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway's investment is just an extension of the fintech's $400 million Series G round. And quickly, guys, if you don't know who Warren Buffett is, I'm going to do a quick Google search. And it's basically like the third or fourth rich guy on the planet. Like if you go on the Forbes rich list, I'm pretty sure he is, where is he on the list? Where is he on the list? Okay, number 6. Okay, number 6 richest person in the world. So that's why this is like, oh, 6th person in the world investing in crypto. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's continue. It says, okay, yada, yada, yada. Digital based payment for yada, yada, yada. So it says, yada, yada, yada. Basically, okay, this is very interesting. Okay, Nubank's 8th funding effort has reached 1.15 billion, with the largest ever round raised by a technology company in America. Largest investment in the company so far, who have raised $2 billion since inception. So yeah, it's very, very interesting, guys. And the reason this is interesting is because, of course, Bitcoin ETFs are a new invention, guys. And these are things which I don't even know if they're going to work out, because, of course, Bitcoin is so volatile, so I genuinely play out. But a Bitcoin ETF, guys, is definitely going to be, you know, a new, you know, it's going to be like a new, I guess you could say, you know, it's going to be a new thing that people invest to, because ETFs are ridiculously popular, guys. And this is why, okay, I'm going to firstly present the information as to why it is bullish. Then I'm going to present the information as to why it isn't bullish. And then, you know, you guys can make the decision for yourself. But I'm going to be giving my opinion also, because I'm pretty sure you guys, why is this somewhat bullish? Well, if you guys know, okay, what did Warren Buffett say in the past, and what was his position on Bitcoin? So if we look at Warren Buffett and Bitcoin, you guys can see Bitcoin, he basically said it was like rat poison or something like that. Okay, so if you type in Warren Buffett Bitcoin rat poison, you guys look at this. Okay, and this is in 2018. And now if you're in the crypto markets in 2018, okay, at this time, let's go on the charts, okay, and let's see what was happening. And let's see actually what was happening, guys. Can I go on the Bitcoin charts? Let's actually go on the Bitcoin charts. Look at what was happening in 2018, guys. Basically 2018, okay, on the Bitcoin charts was basically peak euphoria for Bitcoin, guys. Look at this, okay? And I was like looking at this stuff a couple days ago in a couple other videos. I was calculating the retracements. So as you guys can see, in 2018, it was basically calling it rat poison squared or whatever. I don't know why, but yeah, basically calling a cryptocurrency rat poison squared isn't something good at all, guys. This is not great information. This is a very I guess you could say bearish title, but this is in 2018. So basically said, you know, investors not to invest in Bitcoin, probably rat poison squared. Now, you gotta remember, okay, this guy is really old. Okay, he is like around 80 or 90. I don't know how old he is, but he's really old. But he's not a fan of investing in Bitcoin, and he said Bitcoin is probably rat poison squared. You know, basically just saying, you know, it's just going to come to a bad ending. And at the end of the day, people take his advice because he's one of the greatest investors of all time. And I think recently he also said something about Bitcoin as well. I think I was watching a video, I don't remember, but he said he hates Bitcoin anyways, and it's definitely very interesting. So why is this bullish, and why is this like really weird? Because if someone, I wouldn't say flipped their opinion, but invest 500 million to a digital bank that offers crypto products, it's kind of on the edge of like, you kind of hate cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, but you're kind of like investing all this money into companies that have it. Now, here's the kicker, guys. Here is the kicker, okay? A Bitcoin ETF isn't exactly Bitcoin itself. It isn't like a company investing into Bitcoin itself. Now, of course, if they're offering cryptocurrency prices and services like that, I guess you could argue that it is somewhat of an investment in Bitcoin, but it's just an ETF, guys, meaning that it just tracks the price of an asset or a group of assets. So I don't know if it's going to be just purely Bitcoin, because I'm pretty sure if it is just Bitcoin, probably isn't going to perform as well during bear markets as it would during bullish markets, and that's not something that ETF holders want. As you guys can see, the ETF mimics the price of the most popular digital currency in the world. So basically, people can buy into the ETF without going through the complicated process of trading Bitcoin itself. Now, if you're familiar with some of the most popular ETFs, you can look at the SPY ETF. It's basically, if we look at their chart, if we look at the chart, you can basically see, that over time, not since its inception, but like over time, investing in this has been very, very profitable, guys. And this is what investors want, and this is why ETFs are really, really popular, because it's an easy way, a passive way to just invest in the market and have your money just simply work for you. That is why ETFs are really popular, and that is why Warren Buffett investing in something like this is somewhat bullish. Now, I'm gonna go on the flip side, I'm not spreading FUD. I'm just saying that before we get our horses out the stable, and before we get super excited, we need to look at what this actually means. So when we look at Warren Buffett's investments, we need to understand Warren Buffett's net worth and how much Berkshire Hathaway actually has on debt. So if we type in Berkshire Hathaway cash position, you guys can see that we can look and it says how much does Berkshire Hathaway have in cash. Now look at how much they have in cash, guys. They have and $22 billion in cash. So that's pretty insane. Like, that is ridiculous. And if we look at this recent article here, I want to say that Warren Buffett is someone who spends a ton of money. Now this is the quote that I was like looking. I was just I don't want to say I'm a nerd, but I was watching some videos of Warren Buffett investing and stuff like that, guys. These videos are super interesting, and basically said $100 million is not a lot of money, guys. Like, I was watching this video and I was stunned, and it was absolutely insane, I don't know where the video is, but in the video, he says, that $100 million is not a lot of money, I don't know where the video is, but for those of you who know that video, know exactly what I'm talking about. So, when we have someone investing $500 million into a Brazilian challenger bank, it isn't that big of a statement when you consider the fact that they have, 150 billion on hand right now. So, 500 million seems like a huge amount, and it is, relatively speaking, but to Berkshire Hathaway, that is a relatively small amount, like really small compared to the rest of their investments, guys. So right now, am I particularly bullish on the statement? I'm kind of on the edge, until, like, if we got something where, like, it was a definitive crypto investment, yes, this is still good because it shows him, and it shows us that he isn't completely ditching the cryptocurrency game. It shows us that maybe he understands that, digital banks and these kind of new things are something interesting. But I don't want to feed you guys too much Bitcoin hopium, because I do feel like a lot of news articles right now are basically doing that, And they know that a lot of Bitcoin maxis and a lot of Bitcoin influencers and stuff like that are going to take this information and run with and win. So I don't think this is 100% particularly bullish in the sense that it's going to change the price of Bitcoin. I think it is a good move, but I think it is a small move on the wider scale, guys. So definitely interesting, but I would have us to see a much wider Bitcoin position announced in order for this to be something that moves the price of Bitcoin significantly. So people are saying, you're just running out of things to say, yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, it's not that crazy of an announcement. Either way, you can see it as what you want. You never know, guys. But right now, we're in some weird times. I do think this is definitely interesting, because I would never think that Warren Buffett would touch anything that's even dabbles in crypto. But here we are. So with the rest of the year, I definitely feel like watching cryptocurrency is probably going to be one of the most interesting things to do. And with that being said, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next awesome video.